is there like microbiome in my
That's what I'm
gut?
about to tell you.
Oh, that like remembers and it's like, no. When we identify it as a systemic problem, you can see like the layer of disempowerment.
Is it a rite of passage that we all just get hormones and then that happens now? Right, we're rolling.
We're on?
Yes, episode 4. Sorry, we've just had a hilarious story off camera. So that's why we're all a bit flustered now.
Are you going to share it with the group?
No, absolutely not. No, some things are not for online, guys. Some stories are life ruiners. So today's podcast was actually inspired by something that Rebecca and I have kept to ourselves and only just brought up. And we're so glad we did. So we've been doing this podcast. This is number 4 now, right? And last week, I tried something new. I put a white top on. I sat with my legs crossed. And all I could think about when I was watching that podcast back is the dark, gaping hole that my belly button created underneath that white top. And the rolls. It was horrendous. And the creases on my face that I just didn't know existed. And I think it's about time we talk about body positivity.
Body positivity or body image?
Body image. We've both been there, right? Filming this podcast, like.
Yeah, I mean, we said, didn't we, in the beginning? Like, I mean, I've been doing like social media and stuff for years, and I actually find it beneficial, the visibility part. I wouldn't even say like over going like, oh my God, but you're gorgeous. It's just like, you just look how you look. And we said that at the start of the podcast.
Yes.
Didn't we? Like, this is how you look.
Yes.
And it is what it is. And I've always had that thing where I think every angle will make you look different and like every way, and people will view you in different ways, and it just sort of is what it is. But yeah, then today we were both like, can we change this lighting? I've had enough of accepting how I look.
Yeah, we got to a stage of acceptance, right? We was like, right, this is just how it is. And I'll be honest, I have actually not been sharing any snippets from that episode because I'm just so triggered by the rolls on my stomach. And that's really bad, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
We're going to go into
like
that
I said,
today.
I didn't even notice. So it's like a personal thing. And like you said, that is purely a coincidence of the top that you had on, because that doesn't happen otherwise,
It doesn't. But then when I wore the black one and
of-
sat with my crossed legs, I didn't quite like that. So Rebecca's going to sat like a hippie. I'm going to be sat really
like a
put
bit of a
together.
hippie today,
I'm going to
aren't
breathe in until I pass out. No, it's not that deep. But we have changed the lighting, and now the lighting we're much happier with. So, you know.
Do we look better?
Yeah. Drop it in the comments below if we'd look less old.
Everyone's like, still ugly.
Yeah, and then we was like, if we're still unhappy with the way we look, we just look that way.
You just have to accept it.
No, but right, let's go into it. So I did have a couple of topics that I thought we could maybe go into. Do we want to start with funny ones or deep ones? Are we going straight in?
Ooh, deep.
Oh, for God's sake.
Good deep.
Shall I do the really sad one I did off air? Okay, maybe we'll warm up to that one. It was a really sad one. Okay, if your body could speak, what would it say to you?
Grow up.
Would it?
That was the first word that I got, yeah.
Grow up.
Grow up. If my body could speak, I think my body would genuinely say thank you.
Oh.
I genuinely do, because I've been through a lot with my body, and I do genuinely, hand on heart, feel like I have a very good relationship with my body now.
And your bum's fantastic.
And I look after my body. I think, you know, to be honest, I wouldn't even go and like normalize and say like, oh, I still have these normal things, because I'm not sure that I do anymore. I'm not sure that my body does consume me in the same way. And that has got absolutely nothing to do with it being good or me looking particularly good. It's more of like an acceptance thing. It's that thing of like, I've started to look after my body.
You have.
And then therefore the rest of it is I do probably more so with my face than my body. You know, I do the whole, like we all do, but does it stop my day, or
No.
do I overthink about it when someone's talking to me? No, but did I used to? Yeah.
Do you think that's a consequence of getting older though?
No.
Don't you?
I did a reel about this the other day, and I was like, you know, one of the things that pisses me off more than anything, when I speak about an elaborate thing that I've done very deep work on, and people go, I think that's about getting older though.
Sorry.
And I'm like,
You're like, pisses me off, Natalia.
Is it? So therefore, is everybody at the age of 34 comfortable in their body and happy with how they look?
Oh, no.
So that's, you know, but in some ways, yeah, because I think you're riddled with insecurities when you're young. Like I was horrendous. I had such bad acne. Like it was my whole story. It's what got me into healing was my relationship to my body. And sometimes I look back and think, was that just a teen thing? Like, I don't know. So yeah, partly getting older, but some women will be older and still be experiencing it throughout their whole lives if they don't address it.
I love that you said your body would say thank you. I really do.
What would your body say? Sorry, selfish of me.
What the fuck? Help me! You know what? I'm getting better with it. I'm getting better with it. Historically, I have done some very unhealthy,
Also
and
unhelpful.
harmful things to my body. Very harmful. I abused it a lot in my 20s, and that was, you know, some people go, oh, you know, I used to go out drinking. I'm like, oh no, I abused it real hard. And I think my body at that point would have been crying out for a bit of TLC. Where I'm at now, I still think I could do better. And there's times where I still think I could do better. And, you know, I still have them days where, like I say to you, I'll drink 3 coffees and be riddled of anxiety till 12 o'clock. And I know that's not what's benefiting my body.
Yeah.
But quite a recent thing, I've upped my... It's because I've not had my 3rd coffee. See how slow I am?
Yeah.
See how slow I am?
I need it.
I've upped my membership. So I was on this like CrossFit Alpha Wolf, on this CrossFit thing, and I reduced it to 3 sessions a week because I was so busy with work at one point. I was going like once a week. And I even said to the coach there, I was like, look, I'm going to cancel my membership for a while and just come back when I can. And she was like, don't cancel it. Just drop down to 3 sessions a week and just see how you go. So
How many were you doing?
No, I was going like a lot. Before I got busy, I was doing like 5 times a week when I first started. 4 or 5. I know, girl.
No wonder you need 3 coffees a day.
So then I went to like once a week, and honestly, I'm starting to feel worse within my own body. I was starting to notice the neglect.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm not doing myself a justice by only going once a week, but then I've got all these excuses, right? I'm so busy, and it's not an excuse. I was genuinely busy.
Yeah.
So since I came back off my holiday, I said, right, I'm going to commit to this 3 times a week. So she's like, okay. So I've committed to 3 times a week. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling like I'm not just putting stuff in my mouth, or I'm not just having the 3 coffees. I'm like, so what? Why you laugh?
Putting stuff in your mouth.
Get out of the gutter. But now I got to before the end of the month, so it was on Sunday, went to book a class, and he was like, oh, you've used your 3 classes, 12 classes for the month. And I was like, oh, so I've been more than 3 times a week. So I was like, girl, up me again.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to start going again. And I think it was hard for me to go more than once a week. Then I started going twice a week. Now I'm going 3 times. On Sunday, I went and I finished miles ahead of everyone else. That never happens, by the way. I'm always like really far behind and moaning and complaining. And she even said, she was like, you've not moaned or complained once today. And I was like, I know, right? But that's maybe because I'm actually putting the effort in. And I know that you've gone through a similar thing. And we'd kind of touched on this last time with the squats.
The squats, yeah.
You've come out of the other side. You're where I want to be. And I always tell you, like, you are an inspiration to me. I want to be at that point where my body goes, I love you, Natalia. Thanks for being kind to me.
Aww.
I do.
I think like there's other things my body would say as well. You know, there's always other areas of like, I think you are kind to your body, you know.
Like, kinda.
Yeah, kinda.
I've come a long way.
But I think that part of what you've just said, I think if you were like leading into of like, around exercise is always going to make you feel better, right? But I remember a time in my life, and it's a bit like what you've just said, when I'd be like so pissed off when people would talk about that, because I'd be like, exercise is not like, I can't do it right now.
Yeah.
But it's that finding that little bit, because it just always will make you feel better in your body. And I think, and it's not because of how you look. I've been searching and searching for the wording for this for years and years, but it's like when you work on yourself, not with the focus of looking better.
Yeah.
I feel like you end up looking better just as a natural consequence, because you're looking after yourself. Yeah. Whereas when you're like overly focused onto the image, that's when you start doing either like you fuck it off because you feel like you're not getting the results, or you do too much and then you're like, you know, super burnt out and like your body can't operate and function properly, and you start like looking super drained and all of that. I don't know why I've just said that.
No, but it's true because you've been there. Like I've seen you share about this before. So you've done absolutely everything, and I've had really disordered eating in the past.
Yeah,
like
same.
Laxatives. Like me and my friend used to live together, and we used to order 2 for Tuesdays Domino's pizzas. Right? This is really bad. I'm so sorry if this is triggering for people as well.
Yeah, trigger warning for sure.
But I'm just being honest about my journey. And we said when we started the podcast, we was going to be honest, right? So here I am. You know, I'm sorry if it's triggering for people. I'm sorry. I'm not making light of any sort of disordered eating. I'm just telling you where I've been and what I've done. We used to order 2 for Tuesdays Domino's, stuff our faces with that, and then we'd eat 7 laxatives.
I used to do the laxatives thing, and do you know what? This is also not making no, I shouldn't even say it.
Go on.
I used to feel like it was like a lazy eating disorder. I used to be.
You used to think what?
It was like a lazy eating disorder because
It's not lazy, it hurts.
I fainted once. It was so bad. I can't even look at those Ducalacs without I can taste them. I
didn't expect we was going to go here
but
today,
once
but here we
I
are.
collapsed on the floor, and it's not funny. We're laughing because I think you look back. And
Nervous laugh.
we spoke about this, and we do a lot in the podcast, right? It's it's easy enough. People might say to me oh, well, you're lucky and you exercise and you do yoga, and it's no, you don't know where this came
double
from.
Drop Ducalacs
you know what I
fun.
mean? And I remember once waking up on this bathroom floor. So when I lived in Australia, and I was like, what the hell? And I fainted from going to the toilet.
Really?
But it was so horrendous because I was just taking them all the time. Yeah, I was in the bathroom, and not that it matters, but I wasn't covered in anything. I just obviously stood up at the end. And I fainted onto the floor, and I remember getting up and being like, what the hell?
What am I doing to myself?
And what it was this obsession with this feeling of feeling empty.
Yeah.
Less so about losing weight and more I loved the concave feeling of emptiness, which is so bizarre.
It's not healthy, is it? And it gets in the way, and I'm going to tell another funny story because I don't know if people have been here, but it gets in the way of things. So I remember I was dating this guy at the time. And I'd had my food, I'd had my laxatives.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up at the thought of them laxatives.
I know. And I'd had them, and I was sat in for the night. I was like, right, that's it. And when you're young, right, you're not quite sure if the person that you're dating's dating other people, and you're always trying to catch them out with it because you're not quite official, so you can't really say anything. But at the same time, you don't want to know that the person that you're dating is also dating other people.
Yeah.
So he's messaged me and he's like, oh, wait, I'm going to come pick you up. There's a few people around at our house, come round. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to stay in for tonight. And he's like, why? And I'm like, I just don't feel like socialising. And he's like, well, is someone else coming around? I'm like, no. I wasn't prepared to tell him that I just took laxatives because why the fuck would I? But I was like, no. He insisted to the point where I had to go to this man's house, right? So there was loads of people there, and my stomach started cramping so badly.
I'm going into a bit of a trauma state here, I can't. I think I might throw up.
And there was about 7 or 8 people in the house. So I thought, I can't comfortably go and use the toilet. Because if someone goes in after me, I am going to die of shame, right? So I ended up having to fake severe period cramps and made him get me a taxi to send me home. So I proved that I wasn't seeing anyone else, but I had to lie and say I was so unwell I had to go home so I could go and shit in peace.
Oh, it's so sad.
Oh dear.
I wonder how many women did that, because I've spoke about that before, and I feel like people are like, you did what with laxatives?
I know, is it normal, or are we just
where did it come from? What the hell? I don't know where I came up with that, or where I got the idea.
And by the way, just for the record, as an adult woman with a brain cell, clearly, I've now looked into. I also feel quite sick now as well. That was very honestly, open and honest.
When you were speaking, then I was like, my body retches when I see them. You know what? And the taste of them, almost like a sweet.
Yeah.
In no circumstance ever, if I needed, I'd be like, no, do whatever else you need to do. I cannot touch it. There's them Ducalacs, which were the heavy stuff, and then them Senecot, which were their shit. They
They don't do nothing. They give you a bit of mild gas. You know when people post things and they go, felt cute, might delete later. I'm like, might edit that out later.
I honestly feel like I'm going to throw up. I can't even explain it to you how on the edge I am. So piece of advice, because do you know what as well? I used to go on like them pro-ana sites and all that. Did you used to do that? Like pro-anorexic sites?
No. Oh, that's
when
really
anorexia
sad.
was like a thing. Like it's
No,
not
I
really
didn't,
now,
and
is
that's
it?
quite sad. I didn't ever consider I was anorexic because I was never skinny, but I just it would never have crossed my mind that I was anorexic.
You never made it to the skin.
No, I never made it that far, but it was just it was disordered eating.
Yeah, same is what I would say it was. But I used to go on these sites for like tips. The reason I'm saying this is if anybody is listening and taking any of this as a tip, do not do it.
Oh yeah.
Do not do it.
I was just about to say, as an adult, right, so I've looked into it. Now, I don't know if this is the thing, so let me just have a look. Should we have a few deep breaths just
I
to
think
shake
so,
the
so
nervous
we can get
energy
rid
off?
of the Ducalax.
That's a lot. Oh, we need to take this seriously now. Okay.
You know when stuff like that happens, I think like, is there like microbiome in my
That's what I'm
gut?
about to tell you.
Oh, that like remembers
Yeah.
and it's like, no.
If we can stop if we can stop laughing, I'm about to get serious again
Okay,
now.
let me ground in.
Who's that? Okay. Okay, right. So I worked with this PT online, right? And she told me, so she has been through a lot of, again, disordered eating, addiction. She's very open and honest. And she posted something. Oh no, did she say it to me privately? We had a conversation around laxative abuse, right? Because that's what it is. That is abuse if you're doing that. If you can have 7 laxatives and not be in A&E, that's abuse. If 6 wasn't enough and you now moved on to 7, there's an abuse thing here, and it's, you're overdoing it. So what she says was, it is so bad for your gut microbiome, like obliterates. I have no facts around this, right? I assume that she went and found the scientific facts against it. So if I'm wrong,
we always come with no receipts.
Yeah. yeah. We just say stuff and hope it's
shit.
right. So tell me I'm wrong. Like, someone come at me and tell me I'm wrong, but it completely obliterates your gut microbiome to the point it never recovers from disordered eating like that. Yeah. The gut issues that I've had as an adult with my gut microbiome, I'm wondering if it was that. So if you're taking laxatives for a skinny reason, please, from a middle age.
No one's taking laxatives now.
Do you not think?
Jab.
Oh yeah, it's the jabs. Oh, we're not going to go into that.
No, I don't think we should go into
No, let's leave that.
Yeah.
We're not going to go there.
Yeah, but no one's on the laxative. We didn't have that shit back then.
Yeah. It was either work out, gross, or
Yeah, I wonder now though. I wonder if young girls are trying to get
I don't think 20-year-olds, like the youth of today, don't seem to be as unhinged as we were. They're not.
They've got different things, haven't they? Like,
No, they're not. They're drinking matchas and going to Pilates.
I know, but that in some ways, that looks so wholesome, but then I assume that's got to be for some people into, like, I deal with young
Pilates teacher,
girls
you see it
all the time, yeah,
right.
and it does make me think. I'm like, wow, these girls seem totally fine, like very, very clean girl.
They're so put
great
together.
bodies, so put together, great
Matching
skin,
socks, wild.
matching everything, like super healthy, but that's the niche that I'm in, right? Like, I see those girls, and also I also don't know what kind of pressures. We were under a pressure to be skinny and be a certain way. There's a different, well, it's, if you were to
Who benefits from that? Who benefits from women having a bad body image?
Who benefits?
Yeah.
Us being skinny.
No. Yeah, but that's not right.
I'm joking. There was a joke. Cut that out.
Yeah.
No, it's not benefit, but that was the era, wasn't it? It was like the Kate Moss, the Olsen twins, like,
So it's the media.
the Lindsay Lohan, like all of that. Like,
Lindsay
I think it's
Lohan
just
was not a good role model. She was unhinged.
but that was the time, wasn't it, where it is different now, and there is social media, and there is like this is one of them arguments, I guess, in favor of social media, because I do think that kids of today have got a lot of issues, but there's a lot of stuff that they've been saved from via social media and the information.
Oh, like conversations like this, the honest side of it.
Yeah, like they do seem to universally. I would say the main issue that they're dealing with is probably more like comparison and social media, but they seem to be like, to me, I don't know whether I'm in an illusion, but they seem to be healthier. They seem to be into self-care
drinking
more.
less.
They're drinking less. Like, that is statistically true.
I used to go out when I was underage.
Yeah.
So my best friend's birthday.
No.
Yeah.
when you were underage?
So underage.
So recent.
My best friend's birthday is a year and 9 days earlier than mine. So she's a year older, but 9 days before.
That's like such...
So I used to memorize her date of birth.
I was going to say, like, that's such young girl information. My best friend.
Yeah. So I used to memorize hers because she's a year older than me. So I used to go out at 15 because I had like quite big boobs. I was never questioned by the doorman, ever. So I used to go and drink underage, and they brought out the red wicked. Do you remember when the red one got brought out and everyone lost the goddamn minds? It was like, a new flavour has been unlocked. Now everyone's like, strawberry matcha. But like I was like, the red wicked is unlocked. I drank that, right? So I used to bend the plastic straw, even no one has them. Yeah. Bulk it down. No one even uses plastic straws anymore.
I know.
On a night out, I would drink that many of these red wickeds that my tongue would be permanently unhealthily red.
Tongue,
no, that's the Scouse thing. And I'd go in the toilet. I'd have a mid-game vomit. I'd have a mid-game vomit and then go back out on the pitch, start drinking red wickets again.
Yeah.
There's very few youth who are doing that today.
There's a few youth who are doing that though as well, because you can get filmed now. I think they're more conscious.
Could you imagine?
Of like being reckless.
We had MySpace.
I know. Well, some of my Facebook is bad enough. And that was like the era. I've still got all my Facebook albums where you like label them, you know, like psst, or like
what? Like, I need to see the
you need like a private joke, don't you? Like there's one where it was like my friend in Australia, he stole a giraffe from this place, like not a real giraffe.
I was gonna say,
and he like took it out and he got arrested. And I remember I was like proper traumatized, and I was like knocking on the police thing and all that. I was in Australia. I hope my mum never listens to this. And I named the album "Giraffes Belong in the Zoo." Like that inside joke, didn't you do that? And you had like your camera, like your.
Oh,
they're coming back now, aren't they? Like not the Polaroid, like a digital camera.
Oh,
and you would have like
just told everyone how old I really am.
Pictures of like your night out.
Did you not used to have like a little Kodak and you just didn't know what was going to be when you got it developed?
Yeah.
There was a joy in that. Like we're making us sound really old now.
Again, yeah. It's like a big thing. Well, I went to buy them. Where was I going? To a wedding, and I think I was going to get them. Tight arse here, mate. But they were like about 15 quid each. I was like, what?
Oh, they were never that expensive.
No, I thought they were going to be about 2 quid.
Surely not. I mean, there's a lot of things that we went through. Like getting in clubs at 15.
Yeah.
Definitely put a stop to that. Like that. And it has. Yeah. So they can't go out and, you know, are 15-year-olds really going out and drinking now?
I think they are more than we think. I don't know. Like,
we're just detached from that, right?
What?
We're just kind of detached from that. We don't.
You're not in that world anymore, are you? Like, my partner owns a bar, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
And he's got like a member of staff who's only 18. And I said to him the other day, like, where do you go out? And he was like, oh, like Connie Square, and then I go to G Bar. And I was like, shut up. Like, what? Like, is that still happening?
Still, yeah.
Like, and I was like, do they still have like poppers and that? And he was like, yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And I was like, what? There's a world where people are still going to G Bar and having poppers.
Maybe we should
But
go
like,
after
you
this
just
podcast.
think like that doesn't happen anymore. Do you know what I mean? And like, I was thinking about G Bar as well. You're not from Liverpool, are you? But as a bar. And I was
I've
thinking,
been
wow,
to G Bar.
that has just stood strong, that bar. Like, times have come and gone. And G Bar is just still going.
It's seeing everything.
Serving poppers to 18-year-olds.
Wow. Oh, I remember once, not G-Bar, what's the other one called? Garlands. I remember, right, so when I first discovered Garlands, I was like, this place is... So for those who aren't from Liverpool, it is a weird, phenomenal place. Like, has it got
Apparently
like
that's
4
still
floors?
going as well, Garlands.
Has it got like 4 floors?
I think so, yeah.
So there's the underground floor, right? And it only opened at like, I want to say between 2 and 3 a.m. I don't know. And it was called Bedlam.
Yeah.
And it was the weirdest, absolute parallel universe you've ever walked into. Like, I went in there one time, and obviously everyone's clearly like off the barnet.
Yeah.
Some guy had a full fox mask on, a nappy, and he was walking around with a plastic bag full of ice pops. He went, do you want an ice pop? I was like, yeah. You can't buy those memories back.
No.
Right, let's get back on track.
Get back on track, yeah.
Okay, so...
And also during that time, I hated my body.
Yeah. That guy in the nappy did not hate his body. He was very body positive.
Yeah, very.
Okay. Oh, I do this a lot. I'm going to ask you this question first.
Okay.
Have you ever apologised for your body without even realising it?
I haven't got an answer straight away, to be honest.
Okay.
Apologised. I mean, I guess you would possibly sexually. Is that
Yeah.
where you...
I don't know. That wasn't where I was going, but
Like, if you're like a bit bloated, you might be like, oh, like, might say like, oh,
yeah,
sorry.
that counts though. Sorry,
I feel
I'm
a little bit
bloated.
like, yeah. That's the first thing that's come to mind.
So I really do
Not
this.
unrealistic, no.
And Phil's brought this to my attention. He's
Yeah.
like, and I to the point where I don't do it anymore because he's like called me out on it a few times.
Yeah.
So say we'll eat something, right? So it'll be we've got a dessert, or we'll go to the shop and get some like nice snacks or whatever. And I will always, or eat something unhealthy. I'll always go, oh, it's all right. I'm going to the gym tomorrow. Or, oh, it's all right. I've done legs today.
Oh, yeah. But is that apologising?
He's like, why do you have to make excuses? Like, can't you just eat the thing and shut up? Like, why have you got to be like, oh, well, I'm going to do this, which means I can now eat that?
Yeah. That's not apologising, though.
Well, there's a sense of it, though, surely. Like, there's some sort of guilt still there associated with just being able to eat stuff. And I've got to let everyone know, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. That is why I'm now eating this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think there's a mixed thing with that because, I need a minute. Because, I don't think that we should just be eating what we want whenever we want.
True.
And I think sometimes internally, I do that when I've pushed it too far. And I'll be thinking, I'll have to do X thing tomorrow. It's very rare that I do that now. I used to sort of like, I'd overeat or not eat what I wanted to be eating. And while I was eating, I used to literally feel like I was getting fat as I was eating. I would be thinking about the exercise I would do or how I was going to starve myself the next day. And therefore, I could have that food in that moment. And for me, like being just generally overall more regulated with food has stopped that happening.
How many women do you think are going to listen to this and relate to us? Or how many women do you think are going to be like, that's dead weird?
No, I think so many are going to relate.
But where does it come from? Like, what has caused most? Because I think most of my friends, and like, the only person I know who's well put together with food really is you. No,
maybe people should work with me more. I am a coach, by the way.
But you are very well put together. But I know you've not always been this way. So, is it a women thing? Like, do guys have this internal?
I don't
dialogue?
think they have to the same extent. I wouldn't want to diminish and say that they don't have body issues.
Give us a thumbs up if you feel
I think they don't know if they have body issues.
No.
I don't think that my partner is worried that much about, like, he is conscious when I say stuff, but I don't think it's the same way. I think if we were to say, where does it come from? Am I doing that thing where I just answer all the questions?
No.
Like, first of all, it's very naturally ingrained, right? The competition between women. Then there's the thing that's put on, like, by the media, it's played on. I was listening to this podcast once from Alex Hormozy. It was about sales. Do you know Alex Hormozy? Anyway, he's like a businessman, sales and that. And he was just talking about selling. And he was saying, ultimately, people will buy status. And he was like, when you think about status, I don't mean like a Lamborghini and blah, 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 blah. It's like better status in their social circle. Everybody purchases is for better status. When it comes to men value the status of money more than they do image and health, where women are more valued on how they look. So they value image more as status, which when you think about buying things, then makes so much sense with women and men. And so women are more inclined to buy the things that will make them more beautiful, make them more thin, make them more thin, because that's what their status is thingied on, where men's status is normally rated on how much money that they have.
And I keep seeing loads of things on how hot the wife is, which then ultimately exacerbates the problem more that women now feel that way. There's so many things, like a man is valued on how hot his wife is, and you're like, fucking hell, I'm already fighting for my life over here, and now I've got to worry about how hot my fella's wife is. But I think
we can spend forever like externalizing the problem, and there is an external problem, but I think ultimately there's no point in looking at where did the problem come from. It's like, how do I fix it within myself?
Yeah, you're very good at this, and I'm blowing a lot of smoke up your ass, but you deserve it because you really are good at this. And from where I am, I'm just making changes, but I would like to be where you are.
Do you know what I want to say, right? And I'm going to compliment you here because you're like a 12 out of 10, right? If not a 15 out of 10. And something that I noticed over the years, like I was like, I was riddled with acne growing up and I was like a bit puffy and I wasn't really like the pretty one, like, and all my friends were pretty. I've always had very, very pretty friends. I think I mingle myself in, you know what I mean? I'm one of the pretty girls too. And I just started to notice that everyone had these issues.
Yeah.
Everyone, bar no one. And like,
one.
I'd be sitting with someone and I'd be like covered, like, you know, a pizza in acne, and this gorgeous girl, like, having the same issue. So I was like, hang on, what's going on? This isn't because I'm actually ugly or I'm actually fat.
We all go through
There's
it.
something going on much deeper. Like, which is, I have this phrase that I always say to people where I'm like, it's not an individual problem, it's a systemic problem. And when we identify it as a systemic problem, you can see like the layer of disempowerment. And then you're like, I don't want to live in that anymore. And I think I also felt like I had an obligation to other women, which I've later realized doesn't make other women go like, wow, you're an inspo. They more go like, you're a fucking bitch.
No, you're an inspo to me.
It's that like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to. If I keep living in this soup and this realm of like, we all hate ourselves, then what am I saying to other women? What am I saying to my future daughter? What am I saying to, you know, if I have these feelings about myself? And also there's a layer of narcissism to it of like, oh, I'm the only one who's so fucking ugly. Like, there's so much more going on in the world.
There's more
like,
going on.
You know, and your image, like, I do think your image matters, and I do think you should care about how you look to an extent.
So it's actually really quite not sad, but I would like to know where it comes from, because
what this is doing. You're like, you're so okay, and I'm always just like and so she doesn't look okay.
So I've got a 9-year-old, bleep. Mm-hmm. We all know bleep.
We know bleep.
And she never used to care. She was always like the one who would wear whatever she wants. She would wear boys' t-shirts for a while. She just was so unbothered, and I loved that about her. And nothing has changed at home. I've always given her the space to be who she wants. All I wanted was a daughter that I could, you know, have as little mini me. And she went through a hard, I want to wear dinosaur t-shirts phase. And I just was like, you go, girl. And I would buy a dinosaur t-shirt.
I feel like that girl exists in you as well, though.
Yeah. But then she went through like a little Avril Lavigne phase. I was like, great, my time to shine. Loved it, right?
Yeah.
But I've always given her the space to be who she wants to be. I've never, and I'm at a place where I don't like share my insecurities with her. I'm never looking in the mirror like, oh, this or that. Like, I'm just not like that at home. I don't go on diets. I've never said the word diet to her,
That's
ever,
good.
because I don't want her to be like that. I've never said the word diet. Of course, I say to her, okay, you can't eat 12 cakes in a day, because you eat 12 cakes in a day, you will get fat. I'm not calling you fat.
Yeah.
But science has it that if you eat 12 cakes in a day, unless you're burning that word for calories, you're going to get fat.
Unless you go to the gym.
Yeah. So I'm trying to show her that, look, you know, you can eat what you want, but let's not take the piss and eat like shit every day.
Yeah.
But she's now 9, right? And I know it's hormones and things, and maybe that's where it starts, because she's now self-aware, and she'll have little mini meltdowns about what she's going to wear. And this doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. Oh, I hate this. You know, oh, I feel like I've got a spot coming. Girl, you haven't, you're 9. But, you know, she's, oh, my hair, does it look greasy today? No. And I can see it creeping in, and I'm like, oh, how do I stop it? Can I even stop it? Is it a rite of passage that we all just get hormones and then that happens now?
Yeah. Do you know, when I often think back to that time of my life, not 9 so much, but like 14.
Yeah.
I just think like hell on earth.
Yeah.
Would never go back to it.
But do we all do it?
So I said to my mum, because I think like I was horrendous to my mum from like 14 to 19, right?
Same. Sorry, Mum.
And when I look back, like say if I was horrible to you today, I could go home and reflect and be like, oh, I was such a bitch. And I could apologize. And when I think about when I was 14, I'm like, there was no consciousness there.
No.
Obviously I will apologize to my mum. I don't mean that. But
Took
it
them
wasn't
like 20 years to get vindicated.
I knew like what I was doing. Like, it's such a strange time in your life, I think. So yeah, I don't know. Is it a rite of passage? I think to some layer and level, yeah, you can't save.
I can't save her.
You can't save it, but can you provide her with the best tools you possibly can? And that is going to be you being you. You know what I mean? And you are, I know you say whatever you say, but you are very positive, very, you know, you look after your health. You are very, very positive with her, and you see that shines through. But yeah, I guess it just will come through.
Sadly, if anyone has any more on that though, like what they find with kids or anyone that works with kids, like I'm always super interested. Oh, I've got a surprise for you.
Oh. You're not pregnant, are you?
No, you keep saying that. That's not on my cards. No, I just looked fat in that white top, okay? It was just the
There's
top
no pregnancy
and the lighting.
announcement.
And the lighting. Look out like Bella Hadid now. No, I'm not really. Right, listen, I've got a surprise for you.
Okay.
I've managed to bag us a doctor to come on.
Oh.
She's a GP,
Yeah.
but she also does bioidentical
Is she
hormones.
your GP?
Yeah, I used to work for her.
Yeah.
And she does all kinds of aesthetics. She does all kinds of dermatology. She does hormones. She's a general practitioner as well.
She's going to like just blow everything we've said. She'll be like, incorrect.
Yeah. You are wrong. And here's why.
You're wrong.
No, she's absolutely unreal.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
I've got
That's
an
very
actual
exciting.
professional on. So we're not just going to be like spitting facts now. We're going to
So
actually have
maybe
someone.
based on this, we could say to people like if they had any questions that they wanted to ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember where I was going before that. I just sort of.
You said
fleeted
if
off.
anyone's got any insights, and I think
On
maybe you were
children,
thinking
yeah.
maybe she might have some insights. I don't know.
Okay, so I reckon we go through some funny but revealing.
Like ask us questions to each other.
Yeah.
So I need to give you some.
All right. Do you want to ask me a question? Because I feel like you feel like I'm asking you all the questions. But
Funny but revealing, or one
Well, do you wanna read
revealing
one for
and
my
one
questions?
funny? No, I think I had one.
Okay, go on then.
Is this like we wrapping up now?
We could go on about this forever, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I've left people with a. If you're hating on yourself, just remember it's probably not a you problem; it's a systemic problem. And if you just look after yourself properly, you will feel better. Or call me.
Yeah. Right,
No,
go on.
no.
Funny one.
Okay, no, I want to ask you my honest one first. And do you know what? It's actually so fitting. So there's two sides to this question. Number one is if you now, I was actually going to do this differently, but I'm going to go to a certain age. If you now could go back to you at 14, what would you say? And if you could project into the future to you at 74, let's say, 76, what would she say to you now?
You know what? Thinking back at 14, I actually think I had quite a lot of confidence. And I was, a little bit chubby or whatever, but I don't remember being inherently insecure. In fact, I know I wasn't. I was probably more confident then. And I shouldn't have been like,
But what would you say to her?
keep going. No, I'd say to her, keep going. Don't give a shit what anybody. Your lights just turned red behind you. That was very ominous.
Oh, no.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's okay. Don't worry. We'll.
Because that's about Liverpool.
Yeah. So right. Okay. So I'd say to her, keep going.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody dull your shine. Keep going. You're going to get bullied for being confident. And I was like, people don't like you being confident. Ignore it. Carry on. I would tell her to keep going. My older self would probably tell me to get a fucking grip. To get a fucking grip and just appreciate the body that I've got now, because these are the hot years. And I imagine when I'm 70 and now yours has just got off. You said you charged them, you little lying. We're wrapping up now anyway, Rebecca. What should I ask you a different question or do you want to answer that one?
No, ask me a different one.
Okay. What kind of a weird question is that?
Natalia's ChatGPT their questions.
Oh, what? Don't fucking
I'm only messing.
out me. What is the clothing item that immediately ruins your confidence?
Oh, several.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So from the clothing item that immediately ruins my confidence. One thing I will say, and this is a piece of advice to everyone as well, high-waisted leggings, because I teach Pilates, and when I have them on all day, worst thing ever, they just make you bloated. That bit
Do
on your
they?
belly probably isn't there. Yeah, because I've started wearing these low-rise, crossover ones
Yeah.
like this. I'll maybe wear them next time. So my belly is out, my lower
free.
belly is free, and I just let myself breathe, and it doesn't happen. But when I have these ones that are up here and they squash
tight.
in, and I just start to look pregnant, and then because I'm teaching and I'm always in mirrors,
And there's loads of mirrors,
I just don't like it. I start to feel really and then I start to try and pull in. So probably that. I'm not really into leggings at the minute, and I don't like the way I just think it's a horrible clothes item, to be honest. I can get really thrown off if I don't have the right clothes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bad bra as well. I've got
A A bad bra.
See this, yeah. See this, everyone. That, I think I spoke about this.
No.
About it being like a bit of my breast tissue.
No.
Anyway, I went for tests around it because I was like, oh, what is this? So as I've obviously like got older, like sometimes it protrudes out, so like the wrong bra and stuff can like really push that out. So that's a little bit of a and I want it, but now I know it's breast tissue. I'm like, that's my boob, guys.
It's my titties.
That's my boob.
Okay, well, let's finish on a positive.
Okay.
What is the item of clothing that you love and you feel most confident in?
I love like my flares. I love a pair of flares. I think they just like lift your bum.
Yes.
They balance out your legs. Yeah. Like, I love a pair of flares. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a pair of flares.
Okay. Right, I think we'll go and address the. Oh, mine's gone red.
What I'm thinking now is maybe it's a sign that it's about to die.
Maybe, but is it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, right, we'll just wrap up because I was going to go off on something else then, but that's fine. We'll
go on.
No, I had really horrible nightmares last night, so now I'm freaking out.
Is that what you were going to go into?
Yeah, and now the lights have gone red. Maybe we should get some sage.
No.
Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed episode 4. I hope we look so much better now with the new lighting. And you know what? I don't know if that was a negative podcast or not. I don't remember what we said, but just... we all go through it. We're all in this together, I guess, is the takeaway message. And let's start to build each other up. Let's not tear each other down and, you know, offer love and support. Was that nice?
Bye.
Bye.
Love you, bye.